Hello, everyone. Welcome to Travel Tuesday Live with me and Christina Torini. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Thanks, everyone who continues watching our Travel Tuesday Lives. We're here to talk travel and help you dream about travel, help you think about your future travel. COVID is here, and we are aware that all around the world the numbers are spiking, and everyone's kind of taking a little step back. And here, for example, in San Francisco, we've kind of pulled back and on our quarantine, kind of just, taking it easy, rolling back a little bit. And I know across the world and across the nation of America, there's definitely a lot of people that are, taking extra precautions to make sure that they're staying safe. So please, follow the guidelines. The holidays are coming up, but probably, it's best to do them virtually just to be safe. And just, yeah, if you're in an area that where testing is easy, do testing, quarantine, and we can take care of this. But we are here to help you dream about future travel. COVID will not be around forever. And hey, Christina, I'm just, talking about, the current situation. Look at you. And you got the fireplace going. You're living it up. You're doing it right. I'm just in
Well,
my house. Where are you coming from,
well,
Christina?
your house sounds really good too, and I think being in our houses these days is not a bad thing. I think maybe you were talking about quarantining, and it's probably not a bad idea right now. We got to stay safe so that the next time we see people, everybody's still there. And I am actually at the Hotel Yountville right now, and
Ooh.
yeah, and you can see it's very spacious. I'll show you the lobby, and it's distancing. I've only got one little guy over here. If you want to say hi to that guy.
Oh, hello.
But yeah, so I'm at the Hotel Yountville. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Awesome,
Loud
awesome.
and clear.
Yay. Because I'm going to do a little site inspection. I want people to see what's going on, even though we're being really safe and we're staying in our homes. Maybe you can take a little drive and go someplace that's close by to kind of change your four walls and get get some good medicine for these darker months that we're going to be hunkering down in. How are you feeling over there?
I mean, as I said, it's being in travel and, having COVID around is definitely mentally and physically mentally challenging because you you can only do so much. You can't control what's going on in the country. You can only do your part, and just having kind of like the more and more realization that people with the state of California, Oregon, and Washington kind of coming out with this 14-day quarantine idea. Just realize it's just, yeah, for the most part, and best case scenario by Christmas, something will be kind of improved or rolled back, and then. But even then, like, should you just restart travel, or should you just still play it safe? But again, like, and I'm like kind of like in my little intro while you were joining, I was saying that the number one thing that I say is that there's been two successful vaccines that seem to have a 90% and 94% efficacy, I think, rate. I
Yeah.
think that's what they call it. Which, for those that don't know, like the common flu shot has like a 60 to 70%, so like 90 is very high.
Yeah.
And there's better testing and better treatment, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that means that you can enjoy us talking about travel and dream about it, but you can also think like, hey, 2021, where do I want to go? What do I want to think about?
Yeah.
And that sometimes is just as therapeutic as sleep and a good cup of tea or coffee. Just having something to look forward to, some beach or some vacation in Italy, going down the cobblestone streets, eating some pasta, or that family getaway in Hawaii, and or Tahiti or Fiji, all of these exotic destinations that will be open at some point, and people will be traveling there, and kind of having something there like that to look forward to is also very good. Just a good distraction in today's day.
That's right. That's right. It's really a lot of places that you can dream about that you just mentioned, and they will be open at some point. Maybe not now, but I can tell you, you can drive and get in your car and drive just an hour down the road, a couple of hours down the road, depending on where you're at. And I'll tell you, just these 2 nights that we got away, you're talking about the cobblestone streets and walking to local restaurants and rediscovering a place that I had never, a born and raised here, I had never really seen before. And you're right, Katja, this is so cozy. And I was at Bardesano earlier this morning and yesterday, and that was completely different. It was very Asian, very contemporary. It was a LEED certified hotel. If you're not familiar with that, that's leadership and environmental and environmental design, green building. So really, really cutting edge amenities and tech that's happening combined with a very Asian style influence, very different. Whereas you're right, this is more lodge feel, and I haven't done the site inspection yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing the rooms. We had a great time seeing Auberge and so many other places this week, didn't we, Andre?
Yeah,
That was
so we
really
did. Yeah,
inspiring for me.
yeah. So we're gonna start. Some good news is that we did get out there and saw some properties, saw some of our friends' properties. But I guess like we could start with like your experience. You're literally across the street from where you're staying, and so you did a little 2 night getaway. And what did you think? What did you think of this eco-Japanese, I would say, inspired kind of ryokan-ish looking property? What are your thoughts? What do you say about it?
Stunning. Well, it's interesting because I'm going to piggyback on what you were saying earlier about when we checked in. The very first thing they said was, okay, you can eat indoors now, but on Tuesday will be the new restrictions. And we were familiar with that because Marin has just implemented restrictions on dining as well. So, they were kind of letting us know of anticipating that, things would shift. But I got to tell you, the service was phenomenal. The feeling of the hotel, the distancing. I've never met a more friendly staff. They were all accommodating, super eager. They have cars that will take you in town and you can just walk back. We wanted to go to Domaine Chandon and go tasting, and they had a car take us there. Amazing jacuzzi, champagne, not filled with champagne, but champagne style bubble baths, wonderful pool, great views, amazing food. It was just really probably those 2 nights will get me through these 2 months, because I know these 2 months are going to be a little bit challenging. So just loved it. Loved every single bit of it.
Awesome. So yeah, and then we got to check out 3 properties. The first one was the Solage.
Yes.
A very popular property for those that are looking to do a little getaway in like their mineral baths.
Yes.
Malia, hello. Hi. Thanks for joining us.
Yay.
And so Solage is kind of off the Silverado Trail, and it is close to where all the fires that just happened in California is, but it was not damaged during the fires. It was evacuated. And I would say if you're in it, it's one of the hotels that you can drive in your pod, in your car, go to your hotel room, check in, have your outside patio or outside, there's even an outside jacuzzi option, and really not interact with any other human beings. So,
well, and then you have those bungalows that are very private, very detached, and you've got your bicycles if you want to bike into town. And you're right,
yeah.
that spa was probably the highlight, I would say.
Yeah. So what they have is it's currently the Solar Spa is open by appointment, and it's free to use for hotel guests. And they have 4 pools. One is a cold plunge, natural cold plunge, which is about 50 Fahrenheit. So it's not too cold. It's tepid cold for most serious cold plungers. And then they have mineral pools ranging in temperatures between 98 and 104 degrees. It's in a big area. We will post photos so you guys can check it out. And it's for adults. I think 16 and up is the age range. They have treatments available. They have massages available. And you can use the baths complimentary with your stay.
Well, and that's a good point, Andre, because it's even though the spa is a adults only area. Um, oh, Malia's asking which hotel is great for a weekend getaway. There's so many. We're just going to go off the list here, Malia. I'm right here at the Hotel Yountville. Andre just broke down the Auberge, the Solage Hotel, and then the next one that we're going to talk about is the Auberge because that one is adults only, right?
Yeah. Well,
But I would
so
say
both
that
of them,
one has
like,
the added highlight of being such a private getaway where you feel like you're in a French village. So sister properties, but very, very different. Yes.
yes. So I would say, so you're currently in Yountville, which is a little bit before Napa, if I mean, between Napa and St. Helena, somewhere like
Yeah.
that. That's
Mm-hmm.
where Yountville is located. The two properties we're talking about, one is in Calistoga and one is in St. Helena, but it kind of in that Silverado towards
Mm-hmm.
the top area. That's the first two we're going to talk about. And I agree, exactly. We have Solage, which is kind of, they do have kids there. They have all ages pool. The spa is adults only. The rooms are more designed for, I would say, couples staying, maybe a young
Yeah.
child. I would say if you have a teenager, you definitely need to. I mean, you need two rooms if you're going with a teenager, and really, there's probably better properties to go to if you're having teenage kids to go with. But if your teenage kids are, love a good spa, and I know a lot of people love their mineral baths, this is a great option. And again, if you're outside guests, you have to get a service, otherwise it's complimentary. And I
And I
thought,
would say,
yeah.
along those lines with your teenage kids, would you agree that the Carneros, which I would kind of categorize as barnyard chic, would be a really great place for your families, your younger adults, that type of thing?
So now that we're skipping to the Carneros, which is
Yes.
Sonoma, Christina is just skipping all around. So I just want to make sure
Gotta keep
everyone
up.
knows where it is. Carneros is kind of a cottage style, I would say farmhouse chic resort located in Sonoma. And so I would say that property is great for couples and multi-generational getaways because they have rooms where there's like two king beds and a shared backyard. So you can have grandparents stay in one place, the kids stay in another place. They also have multi-level cottages, kind of that houses where you can drive. I mean, in all of these places, you drive up to your room. You drive
Yeah.
up in your car and you go to the room. You don't have to go through any lobby, elevators, lifts, anything like that. It is from your place to your room, and then you pick how much room service you want. So in the case with the Carneros, as I said, they have independently standing houses, which shared backyard. I think those can be almost 3 or 4 bedrooms. So that's a lot of, if you want a pod, Thanksgiving, pod, Christmas. I would say Thanksgiving is too late to do it safely, but if you want Christmas or celebrate 2021 together as a pod, as your family, that's something to consider about. And with the fact that you can combine a multiple room residences with a shared backyard where you can host dinners, cooking, stuff like that, they're great for that.
Yeah.
And
So true family
they,
vibe.
true family vibe. And the thing is, they have a kids pool and an adults only pool. So there's a little bit something for everyone. If you
Yeah.
want to send, one parent looks after all the kids, they go to the kids pool while the adults hang out, and then the next day you switch off.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like a great alternative. And again, they're closely located. So there's lots of wineries nearby, and they have partnerships, and they have really good food. Yeah. In terms of
And we should mention also, just backtracking a little bit, that Auberge and also Solage, they have a partnership with VIP Napa that they have their cars as well that will take you into town, and you can borrow them for free for 4 hours, right? If you want to go around and check out some sites as well.
yes, and now not only that, both Solage and Auberge have a partnership with Mercedes.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a cool ride to explore and go wine tasting in, you can check in your room, leave your hybrid behind, your Tesla behind, and trade it in. Not even trade it in, just use a Mercedes SLK S-Class for the weekend while you drive around wine country. They have
Sounds great.
convertibles with the top down, so you can really enhance your experience. It is on a first come first served basis, and so you can't reserve them. So if they're available, they're there. And just to your point, also, I would say, yeah, Auberge is a very famous brand. They're kind of all known about their holistic parts and kind of just being one with the nature around them. And the property Auberge du Soleil, located in St. Helena, is the original one, and it definitely has this vibe that of something that's been there for a while, the sense of place. It's almost at this point a part of the mountain, a part of the scenery. It's not something that's been
Yeah.
placed there and just temporary will gone. It doesn't obstruct. There's art everywhere. There's cute walkways. There's olive
yeah.
trees that were there before that they preserved to kind of keep this really homey feel to it.
Yeah, it's a very well thought out concept in terms of the art that they have intermingled in the hotel throughout the resort. And then also the trees that are just, it's not overly manicured. It feels like you're really part of the destination. I would say that all of the places that we visited that we're talking about, even Carneros, Auberge, Solage, Bardessono, and then we'll see about Hotel Yountville a little bit later today. But Malia was asking about hotels also in Arizona, which is, I think, where she is at. We've also got the Fairmont Miramar that has beautiful private casitas that are detached, and those are very private. So, I mean, we're talking a lot about Sonoma and Napa and the valley right now, Healdsburg, St. Helena, that we just visited. But just remember that whether you're looking at hotel stays for California, local staycations, or driving further, or even getting in a plane, we're here to help you research the best hotels for you, because they all have a different kind of like feel and energy. Yeah.
Yeah, and now I think I was just yesterday on a Zoom call with the Ritz-Carlton brands, and I think they have a property in Arizona that still has festive spaces available for Christmas and New Year's, and maybe not even minimum stay. So
Oh, nice.
if people are interested, we can definitely share with that. But yeah, Scottsdale, Arizona area, Sedona area, there's a lot of destinations out there for to visit and hang out with. So that's definitely, these are the properties we saw just now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, for those that don't know, that probably think that it's cold right now, I would say that a lot of the places we went to, they have heated pools, first of all, and it's never a bad time to visit. But I would say value-wise, this is always the best time to come and do a little R&R in Napa Valley, Sonoma Valley, because. Mhm.
Sorry, I
No,
can just tell you that the colors of the trees right now and the leaves, I mean, it's everything from bright red to orange to yellow, and you feel like you're on the East Coast with the fall foliage. It's just really a stunning time to be here. And, the rain is actually a very nice respite, because we need these trees to be well moistened.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is that usually the time between, I would say, November and March is when you're going to get your best value for any getaway. A lot of the properties we mentioned are offering at some point third night freeze offers combinable with breakfast and amenities. All of them have some sort of long stay option if you are wanting to, get away for longer and really maybe have the kids learn school from a resort, or you
Yeah.
yourself work from there. They're all kind of being flexible in terms of how that's getting done.
Yep.
And
Longer
again,
stays.
yeah, now is the time to do it. And the pools, yeah, because I had somebody say, they're like, well, it's not as warm. It could be raining, but I'm like, but that's what makes it beautiful. It's
Yeah.
the fall foliage, a little fog, a little rain. Sitting in a 104-degree pool.
It's
That's the best.
fantastic.
You don't want to be sitting in an 104-degree mineral pool when it's 104 outside.
And no
You
matter
don't
how
want
many
to.
times, right, and no matter how many times you've been up here, there's always more vineyards and wineries that you can visit, right?
Yeah. Hey, Beatrice, thanks for joining us. Good to
Yeah,
see you. She just did a successful Rep Fest that we talked about last week.
we sure
What a
did.
success. Christina, do you want to say what you thought about the Rep Fest?
Well, RepFest was so inspiring to me because for those of you who don't know, basically it was four competing travel management companies. And what I love about that is they came together to promote their products, destinations, and experiences. And it's typically not something that they would do together, but because of the changing times that we're in, they were able to kind of collaborate and had the best content ever. Was so inspiring. It was probably one of the best conferences I went to, and it was all virtual. And actually, we still have access. I'm still learning up until November 28th, right, Beatrice? So
Yeah.
kudos to them, man. It was Mercado and Bennett. It was TL, Portfolio, Index Select, and remind me of the fourth one. I can't remember.
Well, Index Select, yes. Beatrice and Mercado, yes. I mean, Beatrice
TL.
will send out to yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, is it? I think RepFest 2021. We should just do the live commentary. In the background, me and you, just do a little.
Yeah.
What happened today, and what we saw and what we didn't see, and what were the best sessions. We do a little
Yeah. And you know what?
summary at the
Beatrice,
end.
that's a great idea. Beatrice just said
RepFest
it was
2021 idea.
and it was Kai, which was the one that
Yes.
actually had one of my favorite products, which was the Ani Resorts. So of course, there was just so much knowledge, so much content, and I think what I really loved again was the collaboration. And in these times, that's what you have to do. Is we're collaborating, and I learned so much with you, Andre, and we bounce ideas off each other, and it's like these are a little bit challenging times, and we have to kind of help each other and understand that maybe you're not ready to get on a plane right now. I just talked to a colleague, was on a plane completely packed, no empty seat. She was nervous. Maybe you're not there, things are spiking and it is challenging, so go on the road and visit a hotel. But the main thing is stay in touch with people and keep tuned into each other. So I really appreciate these Travel Tuesdays with you, Andre. I appreciate Beatrice and RepFest and all the stuff that we have to know, because travel really is good for our soul, and we don't want to turn our souls off, right?
Oh no, never, never. We always want to talk more travel, and share the passion with more people. So you have a site. What else do you have planned for today?
Well, then we're going home. I'm picking up some postcards. I'm going to be doing some campaigning, and then I'm going home. But yesterday was a big day. We went to Domaine Chandon. If you haven't been there, they were doing some really special things. They were doing live music. It was very private. It's beautiful grounds. Honestly, we didn't really leave the hotel that much, but this is our.
Well,
big
you gotta make sure the room's good. You gotta make you try out everything in the room.
Yes. And I had one of the best cocktails of my life there. I felt like it was a perfume, basically. I love my Aperol spirits, but they had hibiscus in it. Hibiscus with rosemary. And, that just started my whole day off right.
That's perfect. Look at this. Oh my God, look. Malia says it's your anniversary. Oh,
Thank you, Malia.
you guessed the secret's out of the bag.
8 years, yeah. So, we that's another thing, Andre.
Eight is infinity, right?
I didn't know that. Thank you. Like an infinity pool. We need an infinity pool. Well, and I think we have to not let moments pass. We have to still celebrate things, even though we celebrate them differently. For Thanksgiving, we're going to have a very small one with my mom, and we're going to order food. But, we can't let the milestone events in our life pass without marking them somehow. So whether it's a beautiful hotel here or a nice restaurant, we just want to keep inspiring each other, right?
And yes, on that, you bring up a really good point. Just to remind people again, please stay safe. Please,
Yes.
it is spiking. We're here to help you kind of, dream about travel, think about it. Maybe think about places you want to go or questions you want to ask us. We're always here to answer your questions live. But a lot of these places that we mentioned, Solage, Auberge du Soleil, Carneras, Bardacero, and then Hotel Yountville, they do have Thanksgiving meals that if you drive up to your room, stay in your place, you can order a Thanksgiving meal delivered to your place. A little turkey, a little mashed potato, a little cranberry. What's your favorites? Do you have favorites? on your Thanksgiving table?
It's the stuffing. It's the stuffing because the stuffing has all the support, has all the flavor. You know, I was actually just looking today at some stuffing. I was like, "Ooh, I think I have to do a different stuffing." I like the bacon, the prosciutto, the rosemary, the herbs. I love the stuffing. That's my favorite. That's better than dessert for me. True
Wait, you
carb
put
lady.
prosciutto? You put prosciutto in the stuffing?
By the way, there was chorizo in our Brussels sprouts yesterday that was worth the trip up. What about you? What's your favorite dish
I
or
was trying to
cocktail?
think about it now that I asked it. I mean, I think, that's good. I mean, dark meat on the turkey is what I enjoy a little bit. And then after that, I would say, cauliflower mashed potatoes are pretty good.
Okay.
That's good. I think sometimes there's a mac and cheese. I can't pass up a good mac and cheese once in a while. I don't, stuffing sometimes is good, sometimes is, so I can't say it's blanket statement that stuffing is always great.
What is so
You
you
know?
see you're asking all the really tough questions here, Andre.
Yeah.
What's off the table to drink? What are you drinking?
What am I? I mean, some good red California wine. Hello, what are we talking about here?
I don't know.
Jeez.
I'm just bubbles, bubbles,
What
bubbles.
do you think? I'm doing vodka shots for Thanksgiving?
I don't know. I like thought you had some Jello shots over there. I don't know. I never know what's going on. That would be okay.
Fresh cranberry I mean canned cranberry? Come on now, no, fresh. Beatrice is asking. Can or fresh cranberry? What's your cranberry stance?
I don't. I like it in a glass with some vodka or champagne.
So you like cosmopolitan? Right?
I'm drinking it. I'm not eating it. Sorry.
There we go. And anything else that's not what? Any special meals on your table? Special dishes that your family makes for Thanksgiving?
You know, I mean, I'm just thinking about it. I don't really think so. For Christmas, we have crab and prosecco. You see the theme.
The seven fishes, right? No,
That's right. That's right. That's for Lent. Yeah. Has Lent started yet? Yeah.
no, that's not. That's maybe there's always Lent somewhere.
I think
Anyways,
we
we,
should
we
do.
we got really, yeah.
Yeah, I think we should do like a cooking segment or like
Okay.
a.
Also, Beatrice is asking pies, and pecan pie is the best pie. That's it.
I mean, if you, I say pumpkin. Has to be pumpkin.
No,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
pecan pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Oh,
I think my site inspection's coming.
wait, they're coming for you.
Maybe not. I don't know. I think I'm good here. Do you like
You,
the fire?
you just saw it. Yeah, I love the fire.
Me
You
too.
just saw another human being, and you're like, Beatrice, what is your favorite pie?
I know
Let's
it's
see.
true.
Let's have Beatrice
That's
because she'll be the tiebreaker.
she is.
Pecan.
You that was a setup. That was a
Pecan.
total setup. It's the rubber band match. She beat it. Okay, well then you guys
And
have to make two pecans and see which one is better. How's that?
do you make your own pumpkin pie?
Me? No. No, no. No, no.
No. Okay.
No, no.
I think I'll accept this challenge. I will make a pecan pie.
Okay. I
I've
don't
never done a pie or a pecan or any of this. I mean,
we've
I've
got
done like the crust. I don't know, but I think the challenge has been accepted.
the truth is we've got tons of apple turnovers and pies in the freezer from the summer months and from the spring months. Not summer, you know, when we just picked a bunch from the backyard, and that's probably what we're eating. Apple
Yeah.
pies.
Right. Well, I think your site is about to happen, so you're going to tell
Yes.
us all about it and post photos. But again,
I'll tell you, Phil.
you know, yeah, just a reminder, we did a little California road tripping. We went to Solage, all the way up the Silverado Trail in Calistoga. Great resort, kids, families, great food. Again, drive up. Mineral pools is the highlight. Different cold plunge, different temperatures. So if you just want to sit in some waters that will rejuvenate your muscles, rejuvenate your body, and very comfortable rooms with bathtubs and gated patios and even your own private jacuzzi, that's for you. If you go a little further down, Auberge, it's a classic. It's very just
Time of
comfortable residential design.
Huh?
You feel like you're in your own home. Again, just perfect. And on that, bye, Christina. Have a
I'll
great
see you
site.
guys. Thanks. Bye.
Then if we go further down, you have Carneros Resort, which is kind of like all outside houses. And if you like that country living and you always wanted to kind of be like, what is it luxury country living? That's it. And the secret there also, all outdoor showers, and they have heated pools. Now, and finally, where Christina currently is, Bardacero Hotel in Yountville, is a super green hotel with, I would say, a Japanese very feel to it, a little like a ryokan flavor that they're going for, with an area for in-room massages. And she's checking out Hotel Yountville, which has a classic design that we'll talk about on our next Travel Tuesdays. And there's a Tahiti question that's here. Are the hotels you are have mandatory dinner for the holidays? So if you're looking to go to Tahiti, a lot of the properties will include a New Year's or Christmas dinner in the package. If you're staying in the St. Regis Bora Bora, they even have fireworks. So yeah, there's definitely lots of food to be had if you're willing to get away. And again, thanks for everyone for joining us on Travel Tuesday. Please stay safe. Please quarantine if you've traveled somewhere. Follow all your guidelines. Make sure that you wear a mask for yourself and for others, and wash your hands, and we'll get through this. And hopefully this helped you dream about travel. And I'll see you next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Have a great day. Bye-bye.